Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to the Sweetwater Minute. Today I'm joined by Thad Tegtmeyer. Thad is the retail manager of Sweetwater's retail store. Thad, thanks for being here. Appreciate you taking the time.
My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about the retail store. How does it fit in with the rest of Sweetwater as a company?
Well, the store actually kind of serves two purposes. First and foremost, we are an independent brick and mortar store that serves the local and regional customer, where we have a sampling of our over 14,000 items that we have in our inventory here in the store. So our customers can come in, they get a hands-on experience. They've got our trained sales staff to walk them through any questions they might have, guide them along the way in any of the products that we carry. So there's that. And then also, unique to our organization, the type of organization that Sweetwater is that all the guys that are on the phone, they have this at their disposal to come and actually get hands-on experience with gear themselves, which allows them to better inform their customer on their choices for their gear.
Right. It's not unusual to walk in here and there'll be a sales engineer at a keyboard or checking out a guitar or an effects pedal, learning about it and actually answering questions for customers. They're doing research by checking out the actual gear.
I mean, you know from your experience and what you do here at Sweetwater, informing our customers of everything that's new and happening and cool, that once you get your hands on it, you can speak so much more clearly about it and really, get to the customer's needs in relationship to that piece of gear, which makes a much better experience for our customer.
Right. Now, there are a number of unique things about Sweetwater's retail store as well. Number one, not only do you have what's on display here in the store, but we have a warehouse that, as you said, has 14,000 or more items back there that can be called up if a customer wants to check those out. Right.
We, the warehouse is right down the hallway, so to speak, and we can't put everything in here, obviously, but if a customer sees something on our website or comes in and is looking for something that we have in inventory but it's not on display, we can immediately call that up here. Our warehouse is great. They can have it up here in minutes. We can have it unpacked, hooked up, and ready to go for the customer experience.
Right. It's almost like having instant access to the whole Pro Gear catalog.
It really is. I mean, and sometimes their customers they don't quite understand that when they come in. We assure them, hey, no, in minutes you'll have it here, and they're really blown away by that. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool to have access to all that.
It's almost like an extension of the warehouse, if you will.
Right. Now the store also has separate rooms for the different categories of gear. So you've got a keyboard area, you've got a drum room, you've got a recording room, acoustic guitar room, electric guitar room, and that allows customers to try things out without being, if someone's trying out drums, they're not bothering somebody who's playing acoustic guitar or electric guitar. But the rooms are also climate controlled, correct?
That is correct. Just like our warehouse, in fact. So especially for the guitars, the wood instruments, and even the drums, the climate control keeps it at around 45% humidity level year-round, and that's a premium level for the wood instruments. So we're very sensitive to that. When you get a piece of gear from us, and again, specifically guitars, it's not something that's been sitting around drying out for several weeks. So it's in the best condition it can possibly be.
Right. Now, I've visited a lot of stores over the years, and one of the big complaints that I've always had, and I know a lot of people have, is you go in and the gear's not hooked up, you can't find cables, you can't check things out because they're not plugged in, they're not working. That's something you really make an effort to address here.
Yeah, in addition to being here to help guide our customers, our staff is constantly tweaking the gear in the store, so it's in the best condition for our customers to experience. And like you said, things are hooked up. They don't have to try to figure it out on their own. Our guys are right there to make sure that they can just plug and play. That goes with our recording room, any of the guitars, keyboards, whatever it might be. Customers can really kind of just step right in and kind of hit go, and they're off and running. So yeah.
Right. Now, how do you choose the gear that actually is in the showroom or the retail store?
Well, it's based on a couple of things. We let our staff kind of decide that because they're definitely going to be interested in selling and communicating to our customers about the things that they're most interested in. So it might be something that they, hey, I own a Telecaster, so I want to make sure I have this Telecaster on the wall because I'm going to be able to really convey the emotion of that instrument to you because I own it. And we also look at market trends and obviously things like a black Strat with a maple fretboard, very popular guitar, that's always going to be on our wall, those kinds of things. In addition to that, we, Sweetwater, have a selection of really high-end unique gear that some other stores may not have, and we try to have that kind of stuff out as well because it's really fun for the customers to experience that kind of stuff. Really kind of once in a lifetime types of instruments and equipment. So,
right. Yeah, it's really fun to walk in and there's a one-of-a-kind guitar on the wall.
Right. And you've done that on occasion.
I have on a few occasions, yeah. Now, how did you end up as the retail store manager here at Sweetwater?
Well, I have, going back a few years, I have some retail store experience actually in this area. And then I was also with Fender for a brief period. And some changes came around. There was an opportunity here, and I saw it to be a unique opportunity and an incredible opportunity for me. And I really wanted to be a part of this organization just because the philosophies. And so the opportunity came, and I answered.
Right. Well, it's great to have you here.
Thank you very much. I enjoy being here. So.
Yeah. One of the other really cool things that the retail store is involved in is bringing artists in for workshops and clinics. For example, we have Vernon Reed coming in next week to give a guitar clinic and talk about Parker guitars.
Right. One of the unique things we have here is, of course, being in part of Sweetwater HQ in this facility, is that we do have a performance theater that serves us very well, and with that we bring in a lot of different workshops sponsored by our vendors. And we've been fortunate to have some pretty popular artists. Like you said, Vernon Reed's coming in next week. Brad Davis, who's a big Nashville cat, is going to be in here next week, a big-time flat picker. Of course, we had Joe Satriani here,
sure,
Victor Wooten. And that's just, we've also, as you know, we've had some incredible names from the recording side. We had Eddie Kramer here, we've had Chris Lordalge here, so we've had some really big names here, very fortunate. And we really enjoy that because those are all free to our customers, and we like to share that with our customers and come in and give them that experience.
Right. The educational side of it extends even beyond that. There's also the Sweetwater Academy of Music. How does that tie in?
The Academy of Music is our lesson program, and in private lessons we do guitar, bass, drums, keyboards, and vocals. And that's just down the hall. It's a separate, it's within the building, but a separate section of the building. And in addition to the private lessons, we also do a lot of group things. We do group vocal lessons, we do keyboard boot camps, we do sort of group beginner guitar camps. One of the really cool things that we've started, and we've finished up our second year this year, was our rock camp. And rock camp is it's a teenager's dream if you're into music. And what that is we bring in kids. We divide them up into bands, and we've had 4 bands each session this summer. And we then the kids pick a couple of cover tunes that they work on throughout the week, and then we have our instructors work with them on how to work within a band, develop their skills as a band, and then they also write a song, which is really cool. At the end of the week, then they go into our first-class studios here right across the hall, and they record a 2-song demo, which the kids love. It's a totally unique experience for someone of that age.
Right.
And also to be in such a fine studio to do it. And then that night on Friday evening, in front of their friends and family, each one of the bands performs all 3 of their songs live on stage in our performance theater.
Right.
So it's a really, really cool experience, very unique experience, and it's really taken off. We've got a lot of kids that are repeat, and a lot of kids wanting to come too, and we're starting to see a lot of kids from even outside of the area wanting to come here, get a hotel for a week with their folks, and go to rock camp for a week.
I would have loved to. When I was that age, I would have loved to have gone to something like that.
No one has said, "Oh, I didn't want to do that when I was a kid." Everybody's wanted to do it. So yeah, very cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks so much for your time today. I really appreciate you coming in.
Pleasure.
I'm Mitch Gallagher. Thanks for joining me for the Sweetwater Minute.